Today's the launch of the new office in Drysdale. I hate being back at work. No, I don't, that's a lie. Got to be positive about work and be upbeat when you're the leader. I love work, love my job.
Fucking bullshit!
That was a slip. Can't wait to get back into it. Sell houses, bring buyers and sellers together, and make dreams come true and grow. So back to the grind. It's always hard to come back to work after you've been away. It's good to see that they're widening the road, getting ready for the influx of traffic to our new office in Drysdale. It's always good when the council get on board and embrace the fact that Hayes Winkle's opening up, and they're getting prepared for that rush of people that want to sell their homes. It's good. Where's Andy at with the website?
Well, I just got approved this morning at
I think it looks good.
8:19. I think it's looking good. I've got some changes, but
Can you stay on top of him?
yeah, definitely.
It's really important that whatever we release, that there's a button where people
The
can
main thing is
actually
book now.
book.
Yeah.
There's no point
No,
otherwise.
because we need people to book like soon. It's I think I worked out it was like 11 weeks.
Have you been to acting class before?
No.
You look through the viewfinder, yeah?
Yeah, I can see. Where do you want me?
Just wherever you want. Is the red light on? You look gorgeous today.
Well, I got lucky last night, so I'm smiling.
Who is he?
You wouldn't know him.
I'd be lying if I said it isn't daunting opening up a fourth office. I've just got to tell myself, one is that failure is never an option. I don't even go there ever. And what motivates me is the fear of bankruptcy. So those two things in mind, you can't fail. I tell you what, the only thing I'm going to be investing in, and the only thing I really ever invest in, is staff. I'm not going to be investing in big billboards or a massive marketing launch campaign. In my view, it's a waste of money. The money is better spent investing in quality staff, getting staff on board, paying them a bit more. And that is the challenge that I have as a business owner, is just finding good staff. And my other business owner friends seem to have the same issue. So what the hell is going on here?
I'm the new Annie.
What?
I'm the new Annie.
You can't be, you're too happy. What are you doing here?
Nothing. Therapy.
Are you nervous?
Not for the auction, no. I think it's new commit will sell. There was a property right next door though that was very slow to start off with.
Yep.
It was auctioned last weekend and it was unrenovated 326,500, which was a ripper result. But
Yep.
2 vendor bids to get it going. Now
Yep.
I don't have any confirmed bids at this stage.
Okay.
But I've got a lot of people sniffing. So for my vendors, I don't want to give them any hope, simply because there's no one confirmed. So
I won't be putting that in. Can we use some better dialogue than that?
at this point in time...
Well, what you're saying is let's just be honest with the vendors and tell them
let's be honest,
we don't have any
exactly.
confirmed bidders.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Okay. Well, let's hope we hope it sells for them.
Exactly, and what I've done is I've prepped them for different scenarios.
Worst case scenarios.
Yeah, I have. So we've gone through all the...
Smart.
But I want them to hear it from you as well.
Yeah, of course.
So just because...
Okay. So no confirmed bidders. Any Section 32s given out?
Yep, so I
How many?
got...
Short version?
So 5 maybe bidders, 8 Section 32s sent out.
I've done this vlog. This is my 4th time of trying to do it, so I'm going to try and do it with less emotion because what I did originally was totally inappropriate. Sometimes running a real estate business isn't fun at all. And I'm going to share with you about the nitty-gritty. And I want to talk about 2 words that are really important to me and these 2 words have really helped me in tough times. And here they are. One is called opinion, and the other word is experience. So opinion and experience, okay? So you can have an opinion, okay? But you live the experience. Okay, so people can make comments on your business, people can tell you what to do, people can advise you based on their opinion. I always get leadership from people that are doing it. Really important. Go to people that are living it, eating it, and breathing it. Go to people, talk to people that have their own money, their own balls are on the line. That is where I seek experience from. And plenty of people have an opinion. And I'll tell you how opinion works, especially in real estate. And I have, not with all because some are good friends of mine, but I have this little beef with trainers, especially those self-acclaimed trainers that they just promote, they elevate themselves to like leaders of the entire industry, which just blows me away. No real estate experience, never run a company, never door knocked, never phone called, never prospected, never done any of the nitty gritty stuff, never walked in the rain dropping letters, never felt the rejection of when, you know, you followed someone up for 2 years and, you know, you speak to them last week and they've told you got the listing and you drive past it 3 days later and there's another agent's board on it. You know, they've never felt that emotion. They've never felt that hatred of wanting to gouge the vendor's fucking eyes out who's just totally betrayed you. They've never felt things like this where you've bought purchases through a property, you've worked on it for 90 days and then the vendor takes the property off the market because of an illness, and then you're in the street a year later and you door knock it and you see a purchaser living in that house that you took through and you found out that the purchaser did a private deal with the vendor and cut you out of the commission. So when you have that stuff happen to you, or another example is when your rent roll changes and you lose one of your property managers and they take 100 rentals with them, like happened to me, 20% of your entire rent roll. That feeling, that's an experience. That's a coupled with a feeling. So experiences come from really having them. It's the real deal, it's in real time, it's like reality, as real as it gets. An opinion comes from, oh, I heard a story and I'm going to retell that story, and if I meet enough people who tell me that story, then I'm going to relay their story and then claim it really as my own experience. But what they're really doing is telling you shit, because it's just an opinion and it's how they construed that experience in their head and then how they relay that to you. And you can twist and turn it however you like. The point I'm trying to make is that running a real estate business sometimes, and I don't know how else to put it, is fucking hard. Because people will let you down. They just let you down. And one of the most important things I've done as a business owner, what I changed 6 years ago about my model when I was basically the sole owner of Ray White, and I had a mass walkout when I became Hayes Winkle, is I started to lock people in with shareholding. And for me, it's the only way for growth. I'm having issues with one of my rent rolls at the moment. 3 staff in a row. I've fired 2 and I've had 3 in a row just put their keys, and it happened again today, and their phone on the desk and write me a resignation letter and leave. Most of them are young people, and it angers me and upsets me because I pride myself on looking people in the eye, and if I've made a mistake, I'm the first to say sorry, and I'm by no means a perfect business owner, and I hope that whatever I put out there to the social media world doesn't come across that I run a perfect business, because anybody that knows me or knows my business know that that is not the truth. We aim to be perfect. Do we fall short? Absolutely. Do we make mistakes? Yes. We're human beings just being human. And, you know, property management can be a really shitty job, you know, especially if you've got a crappy portfolio, especially if you've taken on landlords without pre-qualifying them, especially and this is really important, especially if you come from a place of desperation. So if you're a property manager and you just want to get gains and you take on any property, you don't do the research, you don't look at it properly, you just want to get that 7% management and tell your director that you put on another property, it's a foolhardy way to run a rent roll. And my experience has been of rapid growth up to 800 or 900 rentals, and then, you know, sort of losing, 10, 20, 30, 40 rentals over the last sort of 6 months, mainly due to not having someone locked in to the business from the Heighton team from a shareholding capacity. So what happens is when you terminate people, or if they leave, they take a number of rentals with them because the landlord has a relationship with the person, not with the business. It's just a fact. So the way to overcome this for me is I need to employ a leader, a head of department, someone with maturity that wants to have shareholding, that wants to buy in at a great rate, to own a percentage of the rentals. There's 500 odd rentals at Heighton, and to run the department. So really this is an employment ad. So if anybody out there has rental experience that wants to lock themselves in forever with me and be part of the team, there's I think 7 or 8 of us now that are all locked in together, and we've just opened up our 4th office. Please join us, because I can't see the Heighton rent roll really moving forward like our other rent rolls has moved forward without someone that owns it. Because I think when you own it, you have the experience and you no longer have an opinion. My name's Daniel Hayes. Thanks for watching $1 Million Bogan Australia. So make sure you click the button right here. I'm gonna go.